on the right. What's going on? It's Young Larry, aka the motherfucking L God. Ha ha ha. And we are back today with a review for Domo Genesis, aka Suavito, and his debut project album, very first one, not a mixtape, Genesis. Domo Genesis, if you are unfamiliar, for some reason, understandable if you are, Inglewood, California rapper, former member of Odd Future, and one part of Mellow Hype. Domo Genesis has been on the tier of people coming up in the crew. Obviously, it's been Tyler #1, Earl Sweatshirt. Yes, it's fucking Mellow Hype. I know, I did my goddamn research that morning. And he gonna fact check me behind the camera. Anyway, on the top tier, on the list of people that came up first, it's Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt. You throw in your people that just came with Tyler, the Jaspers and the Lionels and the Tacos. It was going to be Haji at one point, and then Domo, but Domo, unlike Haji as far as I know, has been putting in crazy work on getting up these rap bars. At one point, Domo was rather unimpressive, did not really catch me with the way he flowed, the way he rhymed, but come Freddie Gibbs' Pinata album, fantastic album from Freddie Gibbs, there was a feature on the last song, Pinata, from Domo Genesis, and it's the concept that one, Domo Genesis is on Friday with Freddie Gibbs. In terms of rapping, they really don't, I would not think their styles will correlate, but he's there with Mac Miller, Michi Darko, a random cat wasn't sure of, and of course, Freddie Gibbs is just like, okay, Domo Genesis is in this arena of rather skilled rappers and lyricists. It's like, how is he gonna hold up? He holds up pretty good. The tone, the flow, his whole verse on that track was crazy dope. So it's great to hear things like that and other verses that he put out as years built up this particular project. It's like, okay, Domo, out here progressing this shit, doing a damn thug dizzle, my nigga. Well, what you got when it comes to an album? Domo Genesis album, 12 tracks. It is a lot different than I first expected. I really didn't know what sound he was going to go for, since as all members of Odd Future have done, they moved away from that real horror, weird, pseudo Eminem ass style and have progressed into either more jazzy shit or more real world depressing shit. Earl being real world depressive, Tyler being jazzy and, you know, maintaining his usual playfulness. But Domo, it will turn out, will be going back towards some jazzy swing funk type shit on this project. On tracks like The Wanderer and One Below, there is a fucking atmospheric slash, not airiness, but it's like a funky atmosphere going on. And I'm just like, okay, all right, what's taking place here? Listen to some interviews he did, one in particular for Sway's Universe. He was talking about how he would be in the house and literally all the sounds that sort of make up the album come from his upbringing and the way his moms and family raised him. And they listened to a lot of funk, a lot of jazz, a lot of, you know, soul music. And that is here. It's not all there. You still have your more contemporary songs like Go feature Wiz Khalifa and Juicy J. Side note, I still do not like Juicy J. He is here. He is an OG of OGs in the South. But in terms of his newer sound, just like, I don't like this man's verses, and he just kind of like is just taking up space. So he was a deterrent on the Go track. Wiz was pretty cool. Domo's verse on that sound was good. Out of the 12 tracks, he's got features from Mac Miller, like I said, Wiz, Juicy J, King Chip, a couple of singers that aren't really too familiar, and ultimately, it's a good project. Upon first listen, I was really impressed with it. But then as time moves on and sort of progresses, I couldn't take away a gang load outside of an update on his story. I'm really proud that he finally got his first album out. And I look forward to seeing him continue to progress, as I am with a lot of cats right out in the game right now that are a lot younger and are getting these first projects, first albums out of the way. I look forward to see what he does next time. But as for right now, I didn't take away a lot from it outside of the fact that he went through some shit, struggled a bit before the album came up, and that time period is what was critical to making the music he felt was right. And that is fantastic. But unfortunately, in terms of the songs, the only thing I can come away with is maybe Dapper, Wanderer, Coming Back featuring Mac Miller, and I think the outro track Lost and Found, which is just really beautiful. Again, talking about these problems and trials and tribulations that he was going through leading up to the album. Outside of that, it's not so much that the tracks are forgettable, it's just kind of like, I don't know, either his verse and the beat really weren't compelling enough to just warrant a, you know, repeated, grinded out listen, or it was just some unimpressive bars. There were a couple there. Dapper is the single on here. Anderson .Paak, again, is all over the place and just really bring, again, Anderson .Paak could not be more perfect for this album in terms of how it fits the sound, and I think that was a really good call on Domo's part. Dapper is, there's a lowness about the drums that I was just like, I kind of would like the way they were mixed. I kind of like these to be louder, but at the same time, louder may have fucked up the whole groove. So I'm happy they didn't do that. Like, I would have liked to have like had the drums be louder, but the fact that they weren't is just fine. And yeah, man, Domo Genesis album. I want to say stream it. Like I said, there was nothing that compelled me to go to iTunes and buy this album. It was just like, it was on Spotify. I'm like, okay, we can listen to it, see how it goes, and then after that, we'll pick it up. But nothing really compelled me to say, yeah, I need to have this on my iPod at all times. Like, if anything, I'd say go buy the Dapper track, because you can't do that on iTunes. Go buy Dapper, go buy Go, Gas, and go buy The Wanderer. Really dope tracks. But in terms of the project as a whole, it could still use some polishing on Domo's part. But that is why he is still fresh. This is the first album. He can expand, grow, learn, and really fucking evolve as time goes on as a rapper, as an artist. But that is all for today. If you have any problems with what I am saying, concerns, consternation, shout out to Mr. Cole Cardinal Gibbs. Come talk to me, holla at me. Let me know what you disagree with. I am here for discussion and open conversation. Until next time, though, it has been Young Larry, aka the motherfucking L God. Hold that fucking L.